Hello all, welcome to Code Hub. Let us solve today's LeetCode daily challenge. The question is number of matching subsequences. Given a string yes and an array of string words, return the number of words of I that is a subsequence of yes. A subsequence of a string is a new string generated from the original string with some characters deleted without changing the relative order of the remaining characters. For example, if ACE is the string that we should check for whether it is a subsequence of A, B, C, D, E. Yes, it is a subsequence because A appears before C and E, and C appears before E, and E appears at the last. So this string is a subsequence. It is not a substring. Substring means it should be contiguous, but this they have asked to whether we should check it is a subsequence or not. So it can be either contiguous or not contiguous. So we have to check whether this ACE string is a subsequence. So A, C and E. So this is true. So ACE is a subsequence. Similar way, we can take this word. We have to check. They have given an array of words. Whether we have to check whether these are the subsequences. So we can check first A. As we know that A is a subsequence, we can check B. B is not a subsequence because while passing the string, B is present here, and then there is no second B. There is no B with the second occurrence. So this is not a subsequence. Then for the word ACD, A appears here, and then C appears, and then D appears. So this is a subsequence. This word is a subsequence, and ACE, A appears, and C appears, and E appears. So this is a subsequence. So let us write a function first. If we give two words to that function, function should say that whether it is a subsequence or not. That is, we can have a bool. First, we can write. We can directly code so that it will be easy to get understanding with this. So we will have a function bool is subsequence. If subsequence, where I'm passing the two strings, string s1 and string s2. How I will pass is string s1 will be this word and string s2 will be the word from this containers. So s1 is the main word. We should check whether the s2 is a subsequence or not. We should check whether s2 is subsequence or not. That's what we have to check. So how we can check? So given two words A, B, C, D, E, and this word A, C, D, how we can check? What we can do is we can have an I pointer here and we can have a J pointer here. If this two matches, if the character at I and J matches, then what we can do is we can just increment both the pointers. Or else if this is not matching, if B and C is not matching, we can just move the I pointer. If this is matching, we can just move both the pointers A, I and J. And since D and D is matching, you can move both the pointers. Whenever the J reaches the end, we can say that this second string can form a subsequence of this first string. So that's what we are going to implement for this function. So we'll have I equal to 0 and J equals to 0, and we can get the sizes as n1 equal to s1 dot size, and similarly n2 equal to s2 dot size. We can say check whether while I is less than n1 and J is less than n2, if this is right, then what we can say is if I and J is valid, it is inside the boundary of that S1 and S2, then I have to check whether S1 of I is equal to S2 of J. If this is equal, what I will be doing is I will be incrementing J++ and I++. Anyway, we are going to increment I plus plus, so I will have inside, I will have outside this if condition. So we have done the subsequence. Then what we have to just return is, we have to return whether this j has reached the, whether this j has reached the size of the second string n2. If this j is reached the end of the string, then definitely this is going to be a subsequence. Else it is not going to be a subsequence. So we have having a function, for this for we have having a function. If we call this function, it will make our job easier. So what we will be doing is, we will be traversing for all the words. Auto, yes, auto word in my words. If is subsequence, if is subsequence of this yes and word. If this is done, then we, what we will be doing is, just we will be incrementing our counter plus plus, and finally we will be just returning the count. Int count equals to 0. So we will be just running our code. It gets it gives correct output. But what if two strings, what if a string is present already in our map? Let us give a test case like this: ACD, again it is ACD, again it is ACD, and again it is ACD. If this is our input, then for each and every string I will be checking whether it is a subsequence. Again I will be checking whether it is a subsequence, and again I will be checking whether it is a subsequence. So if I am checking for each and every word whether it is a subsequence, then it will be very costly. So we have to reduce our time complexity. So what we can do is, we can have a map, unordered map, unordered map, where we will be saying string int, where we will be saying if this is going to be a subsequence. If this is going to be a subsequence, then what I will be doing is, I will just put that word into my map equals to 1. Else what I will be doing is, I will be putting that just I will just put the word into, I will just put that word mp of word equals to 0. So if this is going to be a subsequence, then I will be I will be putting the mp of word that the word is present in my map, and I will be just incrementing the count. And if this mp of word is 0, if already it is not as a subsequence, then I will put mp of word is 0. So whenever we come inside this for loop, we have to check whether mp dot find of word is not equal to mp dot in. That is, if this word is already present or not. If this word is already present, then what we can do is, we can just add to our word, yeah, count plus equal to mp of word, count equal to mp of word. Then we can just continue. What I am doing here is, if my word is already present in my map, that is, I will be calculating this ACD, and it is a subsequent, so I will be putting mp of word is 1. Then for next iteration, this ACD is already present in my map, so what I will be doing is, I will be just counting the that word, yeah, count plus equal to mp of word itself. So I will be getting 1 or else 0. If it is not a subsequence, I will be getting 0, so it is not going to affect. Then I will just continue. So this is what I'm going to do, so that it will, we don't want to recompute each and every time. So we'll just run our code. Okay. What will be the time complexity here? We are going for each and every word. Yeah, in the consider we are having n words. If we are having n words in our words array, and we are going to traverse for average of m length for maximum length of one word, that is m we can say. So we will be traversing n into m times for each and every word we are going to call this subsequence. This is going to traverse for minimum length of s1 and s2. So that's what we are going to do here. So it will be a time complexity of m into n, and we are using a map to store the redundancy. So it will be a space complexity of order of m also. So we'll just submit our code. So it got accepted. So hope you like this video, and let us see in tomorrow's LeetCode daily challenge. If you have any comments, let me know, and if I can improve on anything, let me know in my in the comments. So let us solve the tomorrow's LeetCode challenge and keep hustling. Until then, bye.